Good day. This video is presented by Sean, Dean, and Guangxi. Going global, there will be serious action that the company is going to take, including staff reallocation, set up multiple offices in Shanghai, one in India and another one in United States. Also, the company have to deal with multiple time zones and multiple cultures. Of course, the company will face a lot of new challenges, but at the same time, there's a lot of opportunities is waiting for the company as well. Company communication and teamwork is very important. From an employee perspective, the challenges with company's transmission to global entity have the potential to be costly and detrimental. It is vital that SMEs can acknowledge the cultural difference that might have impact on the organizations in each country. Osaka Vicky and Dr. Pajal call these cultural complements, and they explain that organizations must understand their employees and must respect and support and encourage different cultural practice and behaviors. The challenge for management is they need to ensure that the values of the organization are upheld across each office, and that will be the strong ideals that ensure that each team is working towards a common goal. Relations are the key to securing this preservation of the culture within the organization. Concessions within budget should be made to facilitate those connections. Companies such as Flight Centre are known for their international office coming together each year to have fun, foster a positive culture in the organization, and to ensure that the values of the culture have some level of consistency across the world, and inevitably lay the foundation for future success. Management must play a fundamental role ensuring that communication and teamwork become the cornerstone of the company. Maya explains that every single employee must be given a voice. They do not necessarily need to be vocal, but must feel as though they have the opportunity to express themselves and to give input into how the business is run, resulting in increased employee engagement and a stronger sense of ownership and increased motivations, providing a better understanding of their place in global business. Communication will be different for each context. However, if management can facilitate a platform for communication and engagement that is sensitive to difference, then relationships throughout the company will be improved, and there will be a stronger sense of unity amongst staff. This slide shows some specific elements of communication that can be incorporated to ensure that differences can be encouraged while ensuring that everyone is supported to speak out. Large organizations such as GE, Citibank, Dow Chemical, and Shell have used the matrix structure for many years to better map out their organization, allowing company heads, groups, and teams to make sound business decisions. The structures are not always a success and need to be carefully mapped out and uniquely developed for particular application in the organization. To ensure SMEs succeeds in the global workplace, HR recommends that the proposed matrix structure to be adopted as soon as possible to allow divisional heads to work with each other in an open problem-solving environment. It is important to get the structure right, so that everyone understands who is responsible for what and to whom. It is unofficial relationships which made the company great and should be encouraged. People work with each other, not for each other, even though the line says this. The board of S-Invest and HR department should be aware of these potential risks. For example, Shanghai department might act in the best interest for its own department, not for the company. This could be conflicting of interest between these coalitions and company. The HR department should invest time and effort in training new staff to make sure they are well informed and understand the company's policy. At the same time, for office in India and China, these departments are functional departments. Accuracy and efficiency are a priority for S-Invest. The board therefore should apply bureaucratic rule that is establish a set of rules and procedures based on written word to make sure this department acting in the best interest of the company. It is important for managers to develop a positive relationship among these departments and be supportive, fostering a cohesive environment instead of autocratic top-down management structure. However, similar to many great innovation companies like Google, Apple, the innovation department in Melbourne, bureaucracy rule is not fit, as it will restrain creativity, which is the key to S-Invest's success. The company needs their innovation team to spark ideas, cater for the market. HRs and managers should consider a direct democracy approach. Therefore, every technologist could have a say or opportunity to take part in decision making. We have made several recommendations to the management of S-Invest. The first one is about vision statement. Since 1980s, vision statements has formed a critical component of the business leadership strategy said by Levine. The vision statement should reflect the wider company goals and aspirations for the company. Nanu stated that vision is a realistic, credible, attractive future, an articulation toward which you should aim, that in important ways are better, more successful, or more desirable than the present. Nanu's view highlights the need for the vision statement to act as North Star, ensuring the company navigates to a prosperous future. The current vision statement only seems to address the short-term goals of the company founders, as it states to increase growth in order to launch an IPO or to be acquired after 3 years, thereby indicating that financial gain is the motivational driver. While IPO are often used to increase capital, acquisitions provide a way out for the owners and an uncertainty future for the company. Communication will be a vital link that drives the success of the company. Face-to-face is proven to be a rich media channel, but won't always be practical for the teams. We will recommend periods of segments so that the staff can interact with colleagues. For instance, a backend team member in India could work with R&D in Melbourne on a particular project. Open up the lines of communication. Skyping, video conference, and email are all great ways to communication, and all carry out endorsement. The company should always benefit from social media channels. Tech giants such as Nokia have been using internal social media since 2008. A blog post, for instance, would allow employees to communicate through cross-channel learning about others within the organization, while management can tap in and monitor employees' issues. HR recommends the company CEO change the vision statement to align more with the company's tech goals and allowing greater buy-in from employees across all departments, avoiding employee stress issues related to uncertainty around the company's future. Organizational change can be a stressful time for employees and is known to lower self-esteem, reducing productivity, and increasing management costs. The managers of the company should map out the business structure and the strategy for the transmission so that everyone is clear on the lines of communication and what their part in the change will be. Put the people first and continually communicate the plan. The board should also consider acquisition with an end goal of being operation within 12 months. We view acquisition as a real option and a way to circulate the team development phase of forming, storming, norming, and performing. Such a team would already have a track record, be well connected, and offer high levels of team cohesion, characteristics which could take years to form in the startup phase. With the head office reallocated to New York and 2 new departments to be set up in India and China respectively, the HR budget should also need to be increased. New staff will be required to assist management deal with the expansion. Firstly, the staff that are moving to India and China will need to receive salary increase in line with their promotions. It's likely both staff will need to be replaced also to fill the position once held by new heads of India and China. Recruitment across countries can incur a noteworthy cost in the short term, not to mention there's more expenditure of salaries on new staff and more airline affair. The training and communication cost is also significant. Fortunately, from long-term perspective, these changes could reduce the cost, especially labor costs for the company as Australian wages are among the highest in the world. The final page will show you the reference we used. Thank you for your time.